We have a complete beginner's guide to strength training today. If you are a complete beginner, you've never touched these things called dumbbells, you don't have a gym membership, you've heard that you need to get stronger and you need to retain your muscle as you reach midlife and beyond, I'm here for you. That's what this video is all about today. What do you need? Well, I've got some light dumbbells. These ones are about 4 kilos, which is about 10 pounds. I recommend that you start lighter. 5 or 6 pounds is plenty to get started if you're on your journey to building strength. I've got a bottle of water because it's really important to stay hydrated no matter how intense or not intense the workout is. Always keep drinking water throughout your workouts. Now, it's also really important to take a warm-up, and there are warm-ups in this video series, so go check out one of those and then come back to this one and we can work out together. Part of today's video is to show you the right technique so you feel really safe and confident as you move through your strength journey. We're going to be taking 2 rounds of each exercise, and we're going to try around 8, 10, 12 repetitions, depending on how many we can fit in about 40 seconds. We'll take a little break between the rounds. Now, here's my recommendation for you to build strength. Do this workout twice a week. As you start to feel yourself getting stronger and more confident, add on an extra round of each exercise. So the workout will go from about 10 or 12 minutes up to about 15 or 16 minutes. And that's plenty to get started. Are we ready? So once you've done your warm-up, grab 1 dumbbell. We're going to be starting with the legs. Our exercise is called Goblet squat. So this is your goblet, your dumbbell, and you grasp the dumbbell around the stem and you bring the dumbbell up to your chest, tuck your elbows in. Take your feet wider than your hips, wider than your shoulders. I'll go side on so you can see the movement pattern that happens with the squat. So I'm going to push my hips straight back. The hips are going to go back, but the eye gaze is going to stay forward. All right, so we're going to bend the knees, push the hips back, and it's like you're sitting into a chair. Use your core so you don't get too much of an arch through your back, and then you're going to drive through the heels, engage the quads and the glutes to bring yourself to a standing position. Right, so let's try that. So we're going to do about 10 repetitions. It works out about 30 or 40 seconds per round. Now, as you're doing this, you're concentrating on bending your knees and pushing your hips back and not letting your body come forward like that, okay? You want to work into the legs and not the lower back. Keep the elbows tucked in. Keep your eye gaze on me. I'm looking at you. So push those knees out. Make sure that the knees don't go in like that. You want to push them out over the toes. Let's take 3 more. And you should start to feel kind of a slight hot sensation in the quads. Okay, pop the dumbbell down. And just to recover, just kind of shake out the legs a little bit. So the muscle group that we're working, quads, inner thighs, hamstrings, glutes or booty, all right? And the reason that we're starting with a lower body exercise is because this is a big muscle group here, a group of muscles, and working your muscles in this way maintains a high energy burn. Okay, let's go for your second round. Remember, we're just doing 2 rounds because complete beginner. So take your feet wider than your shoulders again, tuck your elbows in, and off we go. Push those knees out and sit back. Now I want you to concentrate. When you come up, think of squeezing into your inner thighs. All right, you should feel that. It's a really interesting sensation. I would say it feels really good, but that's because I've been doing fitness for 35 years. People that get started will go, oh, hell no. But trust me, you are going to build strength. Everyone has to start from somewhere, right? I reckon there's something pretty exciting about starting from the bottom and not putting any limitations on how old you are. All right, let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, pop those down, pop that down, and just give the legs out a little shake. Anytime you need to grab a drink, do that. The breaks are a good opportunity to hydrate. Okay, our next exercise takes the focus around to the back of the legs, the hamstrings and the glutes. Now it's technically tricky. So we have deadlifts, okay? I like to do deadlifts with bent knees and the reason for that is it feels like it supports my lower back. If I do deadlifts with straight legs, I feel a little compromised, and I feel when I teach beginners that's the same thing for them as well. So we're going to grab the dumbbells, we're going to turn the palms to face our legs, and we're going to let the dumbbells feel heavy, okay, and bring them up against your thighs. Now your feet are shoulder width apart, and once again I'll go side on so you can see the angle. Now the knees bend and the core is braced, so imagine you've got a nice tight fashionable belt on around your middle. Now you're going to push your hips back and let the dumbbells come down towards your shins. So as you push the hips back, you can feel a stretch up the back of your legs. Now pull your shoulder blades back as well, so you're not curving through the back like this. Pull your shoulder blades back and think of a lengthy spine and a long neck. And then slowly roll up. It's not really a roll up, it's a stand up. So push your hips back, feel the stretch in the back of the legs, and then stand. Let's go together. So come with me now. We want to do about 10 repetitions. Then the sensation you are aiming for is a stretch down the back of the thighs. Okay, now as you get to the stretch and you're about to stand, push into your heels to stand up and take your eye gaze straight up. So don't leave your eyes looking down, bring them up, because that actually kind of helps you stand up nice and straight with a nice long spine. All right, let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, put the dumbbells down and recover. Okay, well done. So the feeling is like a stretching sensation. And now what we want to do on the next round is really bring some isolation and some thought, some mindfulness to the glutes. So from this position, as you come up, you want to push through your heels and squeeze your glutes. So give it a squeeze, not to the point that the hips come forward, okay? Just so that you're standing up straight again. All right, let's go, round 2. Are we ready? Let those dumbbells pull you down and come on up. So you want to stand up fully straight and not let the hips swing forward. Good. Now remember to bend your knees a little bit as the dumbbells are heading towards the ground and squeeze into the back of the shoulders, maintaining integrity in your spine. You'll notice that you have to bring that mindfulness to your core as well to maintain the length of your spine. 3 more. 2. And 1 more. Fantastic. Okay, put those dumbbells down. Listen up, those are the 2 leg exercises that I want you to be doing for the next couple of weeks, okay? So week 1, twice a week, 2 rounds. When you get to week 2 and week 3, you might add on another round, okay? I'll leave that up to you. You're the beginner, it's your journey, there's no pressure here. Exercise 3, we're coming down to the floor. We're actually going to do a chest press, so we're using the dumbbells to work the chest muscles. This is where you might go lighter if you do have lighter weights. Otherwise, same weights if you feel that you can do 10 repetitions. So we're lying on our back, and let's set ourselves up first. So feet on the ground, knees bent, lower back slightly connected to the floor, okay? So we do use a little bit of core engagement, but not to the point where you can't breathe, where you're so contracted that you can't breathe. So you need to breathe naturally. So you might have a little bit of space, but not to the point where you can move your hands underneath the hollow there. That shouldn't happen. So just a little bit of contraction. Now, grab the dumbbells and you're going to take your elbows to the floor with the dumbbells directly over your shoulders and then relax your head back. So what we do is we're going to push the dumbbells straight up and meet them in the middle, so the 2 ends touch, and then you bring your elbows back down to the floor until the back of your arms hit the floor. All right, so let's do it together. Now, the thing that's a little bit tricky about this is it's like the arms want to move all over the place. So take your time and let's think about our breath. So as the arms go up, breathe out. As the arms come down, breathe in. So all we want to do is focus on balancing those dumbbells and squeezing into the chest. It might feel like you're working your arms, but the movement, the initial contraction, is from the chest and the front of the shoulders. Now, what's helping your arms come down slowly is your triceps. Okay, so the triceps, the back of your arms, are the muscles that we use to bring the dumbbells down. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. Awesome. Okay, just put those dumbbells down, come on up, and you might want to take a little chest stretch. Just bring the hands behind you and open up the chest. Hey, well done. If you've never done that before, well done. All right, you realize, okay, maybe it's not that hard, or why didn't I start this sooner? You know what, a lot of people say that, why didn't I start this sooner? And I always feel like there's a moment that comes upon you where you realize now is the time. Now, this minute, now is the time for you, okay? There's no going back. We're starting this together and we're only moving forward. Strength is our mantra. We need to be strong in this day and age, don't we? All right, coming over onto your back again. Grab the dumbbells, lying back. Set up the arms, and when you're good to go, we're gonna punch those dumbbells to the ceiling, join the ends, and then slowly lowering back. So I'm gonna try about 15 repetitions this time. I'll leave it up to you. You keep going in your own time until I let you know it's time to stop. Good, just pace yourself. Now when those dumbbells come up, think about squeezing into the center of your chest. So bring that awareness to the muscle group that you're working. So doing these exercises really helps with any movement that requires a push. For example, a push-up, maybe we'll do push-ups. All right, keep going, 5. If you're with me, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And just bring the dumbbells down. Okay, coming on up, grab a drink if you need to. Now's a good time. I talk so much, my mouth gets dry. All right, coming on up, grab your dumbbells. We now move from the chest around to the back. So a very balanced full body strength workout means that you use the front and the back of the body. Okay, we can't see our back body unless we're standing in a double mirror, but we need to visualize how good it's gonna look, okay? Now, this exercise is called a bent over row. So we're going to come into a position very similar to the deadlift that we did. So you're going to push your hips back, bend your knees, and come down to that position at the bottom of your deadlift, and then let your arms hang down, okay? We're going to use the weight to work the muscles of the back. Now use your core, brace your core to protect your back. You're going to lift your elbows so that they come up behind your rib cage and bring the dumbbells to meet your ribs. And then squeeze into the center of your back. Then slowly lower, okay? So let's do it together. So pulling the dumbbells up. Now a couple of things to look out for. When you're bringing the dumbbells up, you don't want to be moving your body at all. Okay, you want to keep everything really still. It's just the arms moving. The next thing to look out for is your eye gaze is forward and not down like this. All right, so looking forward and then squeezing into the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees to put those weights down. Nice work. Okay, so you're working into the back muscles here and into the side muscles of your back here. Okay, so most of the exercises we're doing are called compound muscles. because they are using a number of muscles, not just one. So for example, when you do a bicep curl like this, it's in isolation, you're just working the biceps. But when we do a chest press, we're using the chest, we're using the front of the shoulder, we're working the triceps. So that's why the choice of exercise is something that you can use a lot of muscles, and that helps you build strength safely, okay? Working into the back, we're working the muscles down the middle of your back and the sides of your back. We're also working your biceps a little bit, so yay. Right, come down, let's go for the second round. Bend your knees, always bend your knees to pick up your weights. Feet hip distance apart, bent knees, and then shift the hips back and then let the hands dangle. All right, so let's go, pulling the dumbbells up and down. What about our breath? What are we doing with our breathing? We exhale, inhale, or just maintaining a breath where you are aware that you're breathing and you're not holding your breath. So we don't want to be holding our breath at any point doing weights, because as we start to get stronger and the weights get heavier, if you hold your breath, you'll feel dizzy, okay? And we need that oxygen to help us move our bodies. 4, 3, 2, and one more. Bend your knees, weights down. Nice, let's just have a quick stretch here. So I'm pushing my hands forward, palms face out, and rounding through the top spine. And shake it out. We've got one more exercise left, okay? How easy is this, right? We've done goblet squats, deadlifts, chest press, pulls, dumbbell pulls. Now we have a shoulder press. So we're going to do something over the head. If you've got lighter weights, now is the time to grab them. Okay, so I'm going to use the same weights. It's still fairly light for me. Now we're going feet under hips, knees bent, and we start with the dumbbell so that the palms face forward and the elbows are tucked in. So we're going to push the dumbbell straight up overhead and maybe meet them in the middle. And then use control to bring your elbows back down. Here we go, push and release. So what we're doing is we are strengthening our shoulders. And why is this so good? Because if there's anything that you need to put over your head, unpacking the groceries or putting something heavy to the top shelf, this is what helps us do it. We won't need to be asking anyone else to help us because we've got this. 4, 3, give me 2 more, breathe. If you need to take a break, do it. If you can do one more, do it. Woo! All right, so that feels fairly heavy for me now. It feels fine for the other 4 exercises because they are more compound. It means I'm using lots of muscles to move the weight. This time we're just using a smaller group of muscles, your delts. Okay, so just working the delts. We use the triceps a little bit as the arms come down to control. If we didn't use our triceps, our arms would just fall down, okay? So we don't want that. Okay, we have 1 round left. Let's make it a goodie. Let's go. Pick up those weights. I'm on your side. I'm just about building an army of really strong women later in life. You're a part of that. Let's hit it. All right, use your core. Okay, something you want to watch out for is you don't want to be leaning back, right? If you start leaning back, you need to take a break, shake out your arms, and then see if you can come back and do a couple more. We've got 3. We've got 2. We've got 1. Yes! We did it. Let's take a quick stretch after that one. Bring the arm across. Bring some relief to the shoulder. Shake it out. There are recovery stretch videos in this series, and I highly recommend them. If you're feeling like you want to do a little bit more of a workout today, check out some of the core workouts and do about 5 minutes of your core and then do a stretch recovery. I'm so proud of you. I do plan to do more of these videos to help you build your strength right from zero, ground zero. So look out for those.